Some people ask whether work hard is really useful. If we persistence, will we be sure to succeed? This cannot be answered with certainty. But it is clear that when we really try, the so-called outcome is no longer that important. Because in the process of hard work, you have defeated your lazy cancer and become a better person. Hard work is to meet a better self, is to get a better life. There's a popular quote from the internet. I hope my success is faster than the speed of my parents' aging. There are tens of millions of reasons for working hard. In fact, the most appropriate is this quote. Make more money, to give my family a better life. No matter what your identity is at this time, sooner or later you are going to take care of your parents and raise your own children. If you want to give them a better life, what does it take to prop it up? It's the money. Although money is not everything, but without money, you can't do anything. What we're trying to do now is to have less regret in our life. Because if our parents are sick, and we can't afford the treatment, can only regret, what's the use of that? Life is ruthless. If you don't try to make more money when you are young and complain later also has no meaning. A lot of times, I'm always wondering why I'm working so hard. That is, when parents are in an emergency illness, you don't have to worry about not having the money in the bank account. It's when your parents are old and you have the ability to let them enjoy a better life. Many people will complain that the place to live is too far away from the company, every day need to get up early and jam on the subway, jam on the bus, if late to work, will be criticized by the manager. And sometimes you can only plead, live without dignity, scolded by the manager, also not dare to talk back, can only be silent. But why do you keep complaining and afraid to argue? That's because you haven't worked hard enough. During the classmate reunion party, the glass touches the glass, naturally we'll have the lament and the choke. Look at those students who are doing great in their lives, you will also think of the dream of that year, think of your passionate desire. Back to the reality, it is just your dream and thought. But you did not try, did not work hard, did not try to make the dream come true. When you think about this in the future, all is melancholy. In fact, the purpose of our efforts is just to be independent, able to do things without worrying about how people see you, can be proud to do what you want to do. Not being trampled on self-esteem for a job and being a human. People have to live with dignity and strength, to be proud to say that this is me, this is the life I want. Once a person gives up his efforts, it will be much easier than when he tries. But you still have to work hard. The effort is to prove that our soul is still alive, and we haven't given up on ourselves. Let oneself feel the meaning of existence, let oneself in this world feel still have something to do, has a life to chase, proves that his soul has not completely withered, that's why we work hard. We only live once, there are a lot of things if we don't try to do, it might be too late when we want to do later. Life is like a train that keeps moving forward, we have to work hard for the better scenery, to meet those who are better, to eat the food you have never eaten, to see the scenery you want to see. I hope to live up to this wonderful time in this limited life. In order for us to have the right to have more choices in the future, in order to be able to say that the problem can be solved by money is not a problem. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.